We really need to talk about Kourtney Kardashian because there's a lot happening with her right now, and the internet is buzzing about it. From her recent comments to Khloé on a podcast to the new season of the Kardashians and her thoughts on motherhood, things are getting complicated. Fans have also noticed her blurring Rocky's face in posts, which has sparked more discussion. Honestly, there's a lot to unpack. Lately, Kourtney has faced criticism for several reasons. People seem genuinely confused about her actions, and from what we've seen, it even seems like her own family is a little unsure about what she's doing. In the first episode of the new season, viewers got a behind-the-scenes look at how she handled the promotion for her Let Me Play gummies. She reached out to Julia Fox to be part of the campaign. On the surface, it might not seem like a big deal, but if you remember, after Kim and Kanye split, Kanye dated Julia Fox for a while. So Kourtney reaching out to Julia for her campaign was a move that needed careful thought. She seemed to check in with Kim about it, even though it looked like the deal with Julia Fox was already in motion. During a conversation with Khloé, Kourtney basically highlighted a double standard. She implied that if the roles were reversed, if Kim wanted to work with someone connected to Kourtney's ex or Travis, Kim would probably face backlash, and there would be a big argument about it on the show. Fans online agreed with this sentiment. Many people reacted saying things like, Kourtney would be so mad if it were the other way around. Remember how she reacted when Kim worked for Versace? While technically, the issue was more about Kim working with Dolce & Gabbana. The point stood that fans felt Kourtney tends to hold grudges against Kim. This isn't the first time the sisters' collaborations have caused tension. Back in the previous season, Kourtney was upset at Kim for seeming to copy her wedding style. Kourtney had worked with Dolce & Gabbana for her wedding, and when Kim collaborated with them around the same time, it caused a big blowout. Many people watching thought Kourtney's reaction was over the top, feeling that her frustration was less about the brand and more about Kim herself. Even when Kylie did something related to Dolce around that time, Kourtney didn't seem bothered. Fans saw this as Kourtney specifically holding some resentment toward Kim, which added fuel to the ongoing conversation online. In the same episode, Kourtney was also criticized for being overly negative lately. Some of her sisters said she makes everyone feel judged or uncomfortable. There was a scene where the family gathered, and Kourtney talked about giving up heels and corsets because she wanted to feel comfortable, especially while chasing after her kids and breastfeeding. Her reasoning made sense to some extent. She needs to move freely and be practical, but her sisters felt like she was indirectly criticizing them for still enjoying fashion and traditional glam. They were wondering if she was shaming them for choosing differently. Kourtney explained she just wants comfort, especially around her children, and that wearing corsets or high heels doesn't appeal to her anymore. She emphasized it wasn't about judging anyone else, just her personal preference. But fans online weren't always convinced. Many argued she comes across as passive-aggressive or even miserable, trying to act anti-fashion or anti-glam while making her family feel bad. Comments ranged from calling her a try-hard to suggesting she should quietly step back instead of dragging her family into her mood. People noted this behavior has been ongoing for years, and online audiences feel it hasn't done her image any favors. At the same time, it's clear Kourtney doesn't want to be heavily involved in the reality show. She's expressed many times that she wants to focus on her family and spend more time with her kids. On her podcast with Khloé and in show episodes, she talks about wanting to avoid traditional work and just be present for her children. Reality TV, though, is the way she sustains the lifestyle she wants. By being on the show, she doesn't have to pursue other jobs. Filming her life and doing a few confessionals here and there is the main work for her, which allows her to stay home with her kids. Still, the dynamic with her siblings on camera can be tricky. Whenever Kourtney has a scene with them, she sometimes comes across as negative or distant. Many viewers think this is because she doesn't really want to be there, but she knows she has to participate to keep her life the way she wants it. The corset and heels conversation is a good example of this. Some fans defended Kourtney, saying she wasn't actually judging her sisters, but merely speaking about her own choices. Others took it personally, interpreting her words as criticism. Overall, the reactions online show that people are divided. Some understand that Kourtney is simply trying to set boundaries for herself and her comfort, while others think she's turning her personal decisions into passive-aggressive commentary that affects her family. It's also clear that her history with her sisters, particularly Kim, colors many of these interactions. Past arguments about wedding styles, fashion choices, and brand collaborations continue to shape how viewers perceive her behavior. At the end of the day, Kourtney's situation highlights the challenge of balancing personal life, family dynamics, and public perception. She wants freedom, comfort, and to prioritize her children, but doing so under the public eye and on a reality TV show adds layers of complexity. Her choices, whether about fashion, partnerships, or parenting, are always going to be scrutinized. Even small things like her comments on heels or corsets are magnified and debated online. Kourtney seems aware that she's being watched and judged, but still prioritizes what works for her. She's carving out her own space, even if it causes tension or criticism. While some people may see her actions as negative or dramatic, others see them as her setting boundaries and trying to live authentically. It's a fine line between self-expression and how it's interpreted by family and fans. People have been saying, Kim and Khloé enjoy being all glammed up. Kourtney just wants to keep things easy and comfortable. What's wrong with that? She's nearly 40-something, has a toddler and a husband. Her priorities are different, and honestly, that's true. Kourtney has always favored simple, comfortable fashion. It's just her style. Fans love Khloé, but it seems like sometimes her sisters take Kourtney's choices personally. When she says she doesn't want to dress up or participate in certain aspects of the family business anymore, it's not about them. It's her setting boundaries. If she didn't make her stance clear, people would probably keep questioning her. At the same time, some argue that Kourtney's tone can come off as passive-aggressive or snarky. For example, when she says "God bless" in response to her sister's choices, it can feel a little pointed. That expression, combined with her words, gives the impression that she's subtly criticizing others, even if she's only speaking about herself. Another topic that has stirred discussion is how Kourtney is handling her kids on the show. She's chosen to blur her son Rocky's face in episodes, but she hasn't done the same for her other children. This has sparked curiosity online. People find it interesting that she would protect Rocky but show her older kids. Some think it might be because her older kids have already appeared on seasons before, so maybe it's too late to change that. Others feel that even as minors, they might not fully understand how much of their lives are being broadcast. Protecting Rocky gives him the option to decide when he's older, whether he wants to be on. Fans have also speculated that maybe Travis didn't consent to having their baby on the show. But if that were the case, wouldn't she reconsider showing her other children too? Regardless, it has created plenty of debate and confusion online. When it comes to parenting, Kourtney recently talked with Khloé on her podcast about her approach with Rocky. She follows attachment-style parenting, which means she is very hands-on and constantly present for her child. Khloé's reaction was priceless. She looked like Kourtney was speaking a completely different language. The family is used to having nannies or help, so seeing Kourtney handle everything herself seems unusual to them. Kourtney explained that her routine is flexible. They don't have a strict schedule, but they try to follow a general flow. For example, on one morning, they got up around 7, had breakfast, and got the kids out the door. When she noticed Rocky was tired by 8:30, she nursed him in bed, and he fell asleep. She emphasizes listening to her child rather than forcing a fixed nap schedule. If her kids are tired, she lets them sleep. She also holds Rocky during naps, which can be intense, given he's around 23 pounds. Sometimes she holds him for 2 to 3 hours, or even longer if he sleeps for 5 hours. She usually sits in a chair, using a breastfeeding pillow to support him, and a small blanket to shield him from things like EMFs from phones. She even has little gadgets she's created to help with protection, showing how seriously she takes this parenting style. People online have noted that Kourtney seems very involved and serious about motherhood. She talks about it constantly, making it her top priority. But fans also joke that while she emphasizes being the perfect mom, her kids often act out or misbehave in public and on social media. This contrast has become a source of humor and discussion. Many find it ironic that she has rooted so much of her identity in being a devoted mother. Yet her kids are lively, spirited, and sometimes challenging. Despite all this debate, one thing most fans agree on is that Kourtney has played a major role in the show over the years. Many believe she carried seasons of the Kardashians, especially during major life events like having children and dealing with drama with Scott. Her storylines were central, and viewers were entertained by her life and challenges. Even if she's less enthusiastic about the show now, she has left a significant mark. These days, some viewers find her more negative or difficult, and the family tensions with her sisters are obvious on camera. But looking back, there was a period where Kourtney was the heart of the drama, the main storyline, and the one keeping the show engaging. People remember those times, even if her current behavior seems less cooperative or more private. With this new season, the combination of family arguments, Kourtney's parenting style, and her personal choices continues to generate opinions online. Some fans defend her, saying she's simply setting boundaries and prioritizing her comfort and kids. Others remain confused or critical, feeling like her negativity affects the family dynamic. Either way, Kourtney is at the center of attention once again. It's clear that she's trying to balance her desire for privacy, her role as a mother, and the family business. While she may not want to engage fully in reality TV anymore, the show still provides a platform that supports the lifestyle she wants. Fans will continue analyzing her decisions, from fashion and brand choices to how she manages her children and interacts with her sisters. In the end, Kourtney remains one of the most talked about Kardashians. Whether people admire her, are frustrated by her, or simply find her entertaining, she keeps sparking conversation. Her approach to life, motherhood, and the show shows that even within a famous family, everyone's priorities can differ. Fans will likely continue debating and discussing her every move as the season unfolds, keeping Kourtney at the center of the Kardashian spotlight. Now, I'd love to hear what you think about all the sister drama, the parenting choices, and Kourtney's role in the show. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Love you all, bye!